Ideally, we will have an evergreen strategy. Now to 2050 is a long ways off. The technologies that exist today, the strategies that we have in place, the programs, et cetera, might not be the ones that we need in 5 years' time and 10 years' time. So when we launch this strategy, our intent is to really make sure that the strategy can continue to be an evergreen strategy and continue to adapt and evolve to give us the best opportunity to get to net zero by 2050. But I think we do know it needs to look at three key objectives. It needs to look at building net zero and resilience from the start. We need to accelerate the rate of deep retrofits across Canada, and we need to transform space and water heating, as I already mentioned. Over the last year, we've engaged in extensive consultations with partners, across the country to get the strategy right. We've met with industry associations, had multiple rounds of engagement with provinces and territories. Again, worked closely with our own federal colleagues. We've engaged our Indigenous partners, as well as other groups across the country to make sure that we have a strategy that is comprehensive of views of all groups that have a stake in this game. We have heard about feedback about the importance of access to capital, significantly, as well as the climate and energy use data that we need, a good use of data to support decision making. We've heard about the need to expand the workforce being critical, making sure that our workforce is skilled, expanded, so that we can address this problem in a way that is at the pace that we need to address it at, and also really to accelerate that pace of decarbonizing our buildings. We've also heard about the importance of increasing public awareness about what the transformation process means. I still don't think we have, a good sense of, or we have a sense of it. We don't necessarily have that full awareness, I think, across Canada about what this actually means and what can be done. And that sort of goes into industry, goes into the sectors, goes into the front line of people working with homeowners and business owners about how they can make their buildings more efficient. We need to be better at how we get messaging out in Canada. And again, I don't think that is just a government to Canadians message, that the messaging from industry associations, from those people that are working most closely with homeowners. I think that messaging needs to be consistent, and it needs to make sure that it is meaningful to Canadians. And again, ultimately, the strategy needs to be one with multiple levers. It does need to include a mix of sticks and carrots, one that drives action from across the sector. And again, it'll need to be evergreen and evolve.